All right, we are dealing with congruence today. Congruence is different than similarity. Congruence means every single piece is the exact same size. The angles are all the same size and the sides are the same size. Okay, when we dealt with similarity, the angles were exactly the same, but the sides were proportional, so slightly different. Okay, we have 5 congruency methods here. Side, side, side is 3 sides. Side, angle, side is 2 sides and the angle between them. Angle, side, angle is when we have 2 angles and the side between them. Angle, angle, side is when we have 2 angles and the side that's not between them. And HL is for a right triangle. The H is for hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is always the side that's across from the right angle. And then leg is the L. Leg is one of the sides that makes the right angle. Okay, so now we're going to determine if the 2 triangles are congruent by one of these methods. And if they are, we're going to state our congruency statement. So here in example 1, we have 3 sets of angles. These angles match, these angles match, and these angles match. 3 angles is not one of our methods that's listed here. So these are not similar because that's not one of our methods that work. Okay, in example 2, we can tell that these angles are the same. They're both marked as 60. This side 16 and this side is 16. So these are the same. This side is 18 and this side is 18. These sides are the same. So in our triangles, if I look at one of them at a time, I've got 2 sides and the angle that's between it. And I've got 2 sides and the angle that's between it. So these are going to be similar. We have to put our statement together. So you can pick whatever order you want to for the first one. So if I started with R and I went to P and then to Q, R is the 60-degree angle. So I have to start with the 60-degree angle here if that's what I did. I said RP. RP traces over the side that's 16. So then in this triangle, I'm going to have to trace over the side that's 16 next. So I'm going from M to N. And then I can put my third letter. It's important that you go in the correct order. Example 3, we've got this angle and this angle are the same. We've got this side and this side are the same. Now, there's an additional piece of information that we can add to our picture. These angles inside here are the same. These angles are called vertical angles. Vertical angles are angles that are on opposite sides of an intersection. So in this, think of it as opposite sides of the X. These angles are vertical. They're going to be the same size. And same thing with the other side of the X. These angles would be the same sides. Okay, so anytime you see an X, you can mark something called vertical angles, and they're going to be the same. So now, in this triangle, if I look at one at a time, I've got a side and 2 angles, and I've got a side and 2 angles. When I look at my list of shortcuts, a side and 2 angles is going to be one of these. Okay, we just have to decide, is the side between the 2 angles they give us, or is the side not between the 2 angles they give us? So, if I look at this triangle, the S does not fall between the 2 A's. So we're going to say this is angle, angle, side. So when I write my similarity or my congruency statement, again, you can pick where to start. If I call the first triangle ACB, I'm starting with the triangle that has one arc. So I'm going to start with D because that has one arc. Then I went to C, so I'm going to go to C in this triangle because it has two arcs. And then the last letter. And then our reason is going to be angle, angle, side. I forgot to put our reason over here. Our reason over here was side, angle, side. I forgot to write that down. All right, example 4. This box right here means right angle. Okay, that box means right angle. That means I'm dealing with a right triangle. This side that's opposite a right angle is the hypotenuse. This sides that make the right angle are legs. Now, just like in this vertical angle example over here, there's an X here. That means these angles are exactly the same. So I can put a right angle box here too. The side that's across from it's the hypotenuse. This side that makes the right angle is the leg. So in this triangle, we have HL, and in this triangle, we have HL. That's one of our reasons up at the top. So we have to put our letters in order. So if I said triangle ACB, ACB means in this one, I'd want to start with E because I want to trace over the leg that's marked the same way. So EC, the middle letter is my right angles, and then it would go D. And our reason would be HL.